What's going on, YouTubers? It's your boy Buzz, and I decided to bring something a little bit different to my channel. I don't normally do these. I do playthroughs and tutorials and things like that, but I decided to bring you a full top-to-bottom run-through of the campaign of Destiny. Now, before you say, oh, this is nothing new, do we have to watch another one of these? No, you don't have to, of course not, but I'm not doing it for the purpose of just, showing you what the overall campaign gameplay looks like on Destiny. I'm actually doing this for twofold. Excuse me. Number one, I wanted to create a male Titan. If you've ever seen me play, I decided to go with a female Titan. I don't know why. I just, wanted to be a little bit different than everyone. I mean, who doesn't? And the female Titan definitely looks a lot less beastly than the male Titan, so I decided I want an alternate character, a male Titan, that I can also go do all the raids and everything twice now, once I get my Titan up to 20, and then, of course, I can move the gear back and forth between the two, and then I can have basically 2 level 30 Titans. And number two is I always wanted to do a speed run. If you've ever watched me play, I'm more of a conservative player. I'm very defensive oriented. I like to farm. I like to take a closer look at everything and scavenge and things like that. And I wanted to see just how fast I could blast through the normal campaign here on Destiny. So without further ado, this will be Buzz's speed run to 20. And for those of you who never got to see this, the opening clip of this game was so misleading. I mean, for those of us who got the game early and played the game, this looked so badass. I mean, we knew we were going to go into something heavy, especially from all of the hype that the game had received up to this point. And then, of course, we got what we play, which is, neither here nor there. It's nothing we can do about it now. For those of us who did the digital download with all of the extra packs and things like that on the game, it is what it is. But I'll let you listen a little bit to this, and then I'll be back shortly.
Became a garden world. Human lifespan tripled. It was a time of miracles. We stared out at the galaxy and knew that it was our destiny to walk in the light of other stars. But the traveler had an enemy, a darkness which had hunted it for eons across the black gulfs of space.
And that darkness was named Activision.
The golden age began. This darkness found us
and cut our game to pieces.
end of everything.
Sorry, I just had to interject that portion.
But it was also a beginning
of a 10-year plan. Anyway, I've already gone in and created my character. Decided to be a awoken male Titan. I do have a exo male hunter and then the female human Titan. So I decided let's get into awoken in there. Spent a little bit of time in the customer characterization. Had a little bit of fun with it. Made him look definitely a little bit odd. But the only time you ever see your characters when you're in the tower with your helmet off. So here we go. And, from the initial gameplay that I did way back, right when the game first launched, I mean, I was playing it from day one. For those of us who played it, the early progressions, like level 1 to 20, just the progression part and the gameplay and the graphics were so incredible. It made you keep coming back for more because you figured this game was going to get intense. It was going to get heavy. They were going to develop the plot. And you were going to be able to explore and roam a lot more than you did. Of course, we ended up with what we ended up with, and buyer beware next time. But there certainly are a lot of positive attributes to this game. It wasn't an utter failure. It isn't one of those, D-rated titles. It's just awful, and they sell them, for $7.99 or $5.99, digital download, and they beg you to take them. I mean, the game certainly had a lot of positive merits to it. I remember playing my first playthrough on this part, and of course, this was all part of the trailer that we saw from E3 and everything like that. But it was just the sound quality. Because I use Astro A50 headphones, was incredible. The graphics were incredible. These were all new bosses. When this guy howled in my earphones, which he just did, it was just it sent shivers up your spine. You didn't know anything. All these sights and sounds were all completely foreign. I had no idea that Peter Dinklage was actually doing the voice of the ghost because it's so heavy, amplified, and and synthesized. And any moment I'll be waking up and taking on my mission to slaughter everything in the universe with really no rationale or explanation.
You're alive. You don't know how long I've been looking for you.
Well, you could explain it to me.
I'm a ghost. Actually, now I'm your ghost. And you, well, you've been dead a long time. So you're gonna see a lot of things you won't understand. This is fallen territory. We aren't safe here. I have to get you to the city. Hold still. Don't worry, I'm still with you. We need to move. Fast.
I'm sure I've got a lot of people that have subbed to my channel that play Destiny, and you're probably way up into the 20s, if not 30s, as far as the level of your character.
Let's get inside the walls.
But if you can remember back, and it certainly was eye-opening to me, the refresher, now knowing how to operate the controls and everything on the game, it allows me to concentrate more on the sights and sounds, whereas I was just trying to figure out the button configuration. I actually heard the Awoken there, or whatever, the Fallen, excuse me, and I want to turn around and actually see if I stayed there, if they would shoot at me or follow me. It's just all sound effects, though.
Okay, I need to find you a weapon before the Fallen find us.
So anyway, what I was saying is it allows you to concentrate a lot more on the scenery and the graphics and the overall sound quality, instead of just having to zero in on what is going on around you, because you know you already know where the enemies are going to be coming out of. And so I decided to you know, enjoy it and enjoy the sound and the graphics for what they are. They are top notch. I mean, those two parts of the game, Bungie definitely developed. I don't know how, you know, and there's only speculation, I don't know how the game would have looked had the lead writer for Bungie and the lead writer for Halo, I don't know the writer's name. I don't know what this game would have looked like had he been allowed to continue on it. I do know that the game was significantly cut in favor of trying to get a T rating, which means you can cater to people all the way about to the age of 8, versus what it would have been, which is an M rating for mature, which means it would have been, you know, adults only and people that could have understood the heavier concepts of the game, the politics and the two-timing and things like that, versus just go around and kill things and collect money and get better things so you can kill bigger and better things and collect money. This good old AR-15. Nice little trusty weapon. On one of my other characters, I actually kept it in the vault. And every now and then I do have very good aim, mixed in with I could barely hit the broadside of a barn. Of course, I'm also taking on level 1 dregs. And once again, I'm not going to be concentrating on trying to find any ghosts that I may have missed on my first couple playthroughs. I'm not going to be going out of my way to try and get to the gold chest, anything like that.
Let's see what's inside.
I'm not going to be farming. I will occasionally do a bounty mission on this playthrough, just because for those of you who have played through the game and are familiar with it, you know how this game works is every time you try to move on to the next mission that you're in line for, you always seem to be one level too low. So I guess they wanted to keep the difficulty up quite a bit. So occasionally I will do a bounty mission, but only with the purpose of trying to rank my character up just enough so that I won't be ultra squishy for the next level that I need to do. I'm not going to do it for the sense of farming Vanguard marks or any sort of materials or anything like that. So also I want to throw down a little challenge to any of my subs that are going to be watching this series. I will be keeping tabs on the actual gameplay and cutscenes. You have to combine those two, and then when I get to the end of my run to 20, I'm going to post my overall gameplay time. Now, I challenge any of my subs to do this and beat my time. And here are the rules of this little contest we're going to have. Number 1, you can't just fly your speeder bikes through and make it to the end objective. You got to kill everyone in between you at the beginning of the level and your objective at the end. Okay, we will not be counting time in the tower or excuse me, you know, getting rid of some of your excess weapons or any of that time, and you know, unless you want to include it in your time. I'm just including gameplay and cutscenes. No load screens, no sitting in space, and definitely no farming because this is a speed run. And I will have to do an occasional bounty mission just so I can gain a little XP so that I'm not ultra squishy for the next mission. I will do my best, though, however, to cut out all of the Vanguard mark missions and things like that, or rep missions, excuse me, because I'm just going for overall speed on the campaign. But like in this section, I know if you hang around here long enough, the dropship will probably continually drop people. Obviously, kill some people and get out of there. I get a little excessive sometimes, and I try and kill everything. So that's going to count against me in my time. But at the end, I'll post up everything, and we'll see how I did. And then if anyone wants to tell me their overall, like if you want to time yourself, or if you got a recorder and you just want to get to the end and show how much time you put into your playthrough, that'd be really cool. We'll have a little contest amongst our subs, and I'll see if I can wrangle up some sort of prize for the winning time. However, you must have proof. You can't just come on and say, hey, I did it in 20 minutes. Obviously, we wouldn't believe you if you did it in 20 minutes, but you got to give me some sort of proof, you know, some sort of verification, something like that, that how long it took you. And we'll see just how well everyone does. So disappointed with shotguns in this game. I mean, why even put them in the game? I mean, we're futuristic. We can go onto the moon without air tanks and pressure suits and things like that because we're the Guardians, but we're still rocking 12-gauge shotguns with buckshot. I mean, there's my first level up. Where's the ray guns? You know, and the mini nukes that I can set off just with the press of a button that shoot out of my fingertips or something like that. You know what I mean? It's why are we rocking a 12-gauge shotgun? Here's my first upgrade. Every now and then I'm going to press a button because, you know, I'm used to playing with a fully upgraded character. I'm sure everyone's going to have this little issue where we press a button and we don't yet have jump or we don't yet have grenade or something like that. And I fully expect that to happen. Don't be embarrassed. It will definitely happen to me. I get a little fumbly at the controls every now and then. There we go. Moving through.
There's a ship. Clear him out.
I should know better than to just try and unload on somebody with a blue shield. Look at that. What a dummy. Take out all the ads first. There's one. You know, for the opening weapon, I think this AR-15, Kostov, or whatever they call it, it's basically an AR-15, was actually a real good choice. I mean, we found it on old Earth. It was just sitting there. Obviously, the sight's been damaged. It looks slightly upgraded, like it's got some electrical devices attached to it, maybe something to do with a sight or a laser sight or something like that. Doesn't seem to be functioning at this point. Probably the battery's gone dead. But good choice. I don't know about finding a shotgun. I mean, it seems to do well against him, but
all right. Let me see if I can get us out of here.
Really disappointed with shotguns in this game. Anyway, count this in your time. This is a cut scene. Look at my squishy little Titan there.
Been here a while. Hasn't made a jump in centuries. We're lucky the Fallen haven't completely picked it clean.
Will it fly?
I can make it work.
So I remember just how incredible this all seemed like on our first playthrough. We had not figured out yet that Bungie had made significant cuts to the game, probably by order of Activision, so it could be cut up into DLCs, which we are starting to see now. The first one, The Dark Below, just hit probably a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks.
Okay. not going to break orbit. It just may get us to the city.
But I remember my first playthrough, this thing, you know, with the music blasting in the headphones, just how badass this all felt. I saw that guy jump out of the wall and I said, oh dude, I gotta take this guy on.
Bringing you in.
But they zapped me away, and away I went. Into the world of Destiny.
You can come back for them when you're ready. Let's get you home.
And there's that lady that shows up and never explains anything. Anyway, episode 1 in the books. Boy Buzz saying peace out. Remember, for the channel, likes, comments, subs are loved.